Hey, welcome back to the High Heels and Tea podcast. I'm Crystal Lee.
This is Rihanna.
And we are joined again by our good girlfriend,
Hey,
Faren. So we had to bring Faren back on y'all for this topic because it's just another good girls chat, right? Mm-hmm. So let me tell y'all what had happened and what we're going to talk about. So what had happened, I came across an article that pretty much was about how to control your emotions like a boss, right? So you put the word boss in there, I was just like, ooh, entrepreneurship. Like, this is a really good subject because it's so much out there when it comes to entrepreneurship and emotions, all right? We're gonna get into it. We got some ideas, some suggestions and questions and stuff or whatever. But in a nutshell, it really just highlighted having emotional intelligence, which we know a lot of people suffer from emotional intelligence. Okay,
let's
slow.
A
lot. Little slow, ain't you? So with that being said, I want to just go ahead and just jump in and just ask you, Rihanna, what do you think is something that controls you emotionally? Like, if it happens, there's all the training, all the well-kept, everything that's put, it's no.
Trauma controls me emotionally. Even when I try to, take a step back and like breathe, but certain things with my mom irritates the hell out of me, and it don't even be like worthy because I've gotten to the point where I've forgiven her, but it's like little things that I'm like, she gets on my nerve, like that irritates my soul, or just takes me back to a place that I know I've left from. So those are triggers. I feel like trauma is a big trigger for me. I think like things that people have done to you that treated you in ill will, those are triggers for me too. So it's like always in the back of my head, no matter how you forgive or forget, it's always just back there lingering, just waiting for that particular thing to happen. And when it happens, you're like, no matter what, where you are, no matter what or how I could have the best of the day, been having the best day all day, and it could be that one small thing, and it's like, come on now. Just trauma. I would say family too. Family. My little sister irks my soul. So like, she, you know what I'm saying? I know her situation and her condition because my little sister has bipolar schizophrenia. I understand that it's a medical condition, but I think it hurts me more so than
to see her like that.
It hurts me to see her like that, and it also irritates me a little bit because I feel like she didn't have to be that way.
Okay.
You know what I'm
you
saying?
had your patience with that
so
situation.
what happened with my little sister, and this is a take back for people that's watching, don't smoke with everybody. Don't drink what everybody give you. My little sister at the age of 19, she was one of those type of people that smoked with everybody. It didn't matter who it was. If you don't see them rolling the blunt, do not smoke it. Whatever was in it, it was laced, and from that day on, just snapped. Whatever happened, it happened. But that is a big point to take from that. Like, you have to be aware and conscious of what you're doing when it comes to drugs, when it comes to alcohol, the environments that you're in. Being aware of your surroundings. Don't just because a guy walk up to you and say, hey baby, I bought you this drink. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. What Beyonce say, a drink don't appease me.
She did.
Think of it that way. Think of it that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, baby, I can buy my own drink, and if I didn't see you purchase it for me, I don't want it. And it's simple as that. But those are triggers for me, like family and trauma.
Family trauma.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Faren? I'm gonna say this. I don't think I ever seen Faren upset.
I have. One time.
I don't think I was like I know she's upset, but I've never seen you like
upset.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe in recent events I wasn't upset, but you see me kind of like
I see you react to something, but never like
burn the Jeep.
Yes. I never seen that.
I mean, I am from the north side.
Right,
you know.
Because my mama, she got that too.
She see her do this?
Why do our girls from the north side do that?
That's cold.
That's cold.
Like, it's good, Crystal. You never seen that side. Never seen me go to war.
I've had to see me like this.
Yeah.
You don't want to see me like this.
You don't want to see. Meaning, in other words, translation, you don't want that.
Right.
You don't want that, Crystal. Crystal?
That's funny. For me, I think it's helping people and them not wanting to help.
Really? Because
Yeah. That's a big thing.
someone turns down help from you.
And I have to say, I would have to say that I am even though I don't like it, I kind of do it too. So when I try to give them help, you should maybe do this, and this, and they like turn you away like, no, I don't want to do that. Or they might say, I'm like, oh, well, I can help you with this. And they're like, no, I got it, blah, blah. But why are we talking about this? I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to.
You giving them those solutions and they just want to have a problem.
Yeah. So I'm like,
Some people just like to be victims.
Yes, it's a victim mentality.
and
Yeah.
it seems like I get that a lot. I don't know why. That's
That's
probably why
because
it
you're
stood
sweet
out to
and
me.
people probably misjudge you because they probably look at you as like, bitch, you don't know shit. You ain't been through shit. And looking as an outsider looking in, they looking at you as, oh, this nice, sweet individual ain't been through nothing. She don't know nothing. How she gonna give me some advice? And not
That's
knowing your backstory or where you come from or things that you've been
Like she
been
said, she
through.
born and raised from the north.
Right.
From the north.
But you're right though, because I get a lot of people who say like, "Oh, you ain't never been to that. Oh, girl, you ain't experienced that." Yeah, so yeah.
Because you're just a sweet person, and from the exterior, you don't put off that facade of anger or disruption or anything like that. So yeah, for somebody looking at that, they can say, "Well, I ain't finna listen to her. Girl, my friend gonna try to tell me I had to do this and that. That girl ain't never been through nothing."
Yeah.
It's that and like you mentioned, victim mentality. No matter how far you lead them to the water, you can splash the water in their face. They won't drink it because they'd rather be a victim.
Yes. Yes.
Look at this, amen. Shout
Yeah.
and then
Went over the road.
some people.
What about you, Crystal?
Let me see. Something that is triggering for me is feeling inconsistency. I think inconsistency, I get so emotional when someone is like inconsistent because leading to what you said, trauma, things that I've experienced growing up from childhood on up, I kind of correlate inconsistency with like no love, with lack of respect, with all of those things. Yeah, I've grown to understand it's not always that deep, but once you start being inconsistent, you will get me in my feelings.
Yeah.
And it's like now, especially like remember we were just talking about with the last episode. It's like I kind of live in an imaginative world where I want people to be a certain way, and consistency. I don't think that's a hard ask or anything like that. I think it's just something either you is or you ain't.
Right.
But in part of being in this world where you showing up for me and everything feels good, and then once something change, you throw me all the way off.
Yes, I understand that.
You threw my world off. Like, listen, no, we not doing that. We doing this. Remember? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, what you doing? Like, we live in here. We not over there.
That too. I
So
like that
inconsistency is something in every different type of relationship I have that will make me be like, I would turn to Pablo, and then it ain't all that serious. So I'm learning to kind of like reel it in and like make it like some type of local damage and not international. You know what I mean? Like the world does not have to stop because of that. But that is something that really gets me. So
I agree with you on that one too. I hate it
episode
too.
is so emotional.
It hurt, but that hurts your feelings though.
It does.
makes
My feelings get hurt.
It makes you feel betrayed because it's
Yes.
like we could be doing this for all this time,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden this changed. Like, come on,
Yep.
come on. Like,
That's
why?
what it is.
Like, why did this change?
Thank
Like,
y'all. You know, I was thinking along, like, what is it? If I be going last, I had time to really think of a word. But that's what it
I
is.
think with me though,
It
I
feels
think
like betrayal.
because I've never really had consistent situations in my life. I don't really trip off that.
Me either, but I know I feel like, so this is where mines come from. I don't feel like certain relationships that I've had have never been what I would love it to be. But I know what I still want because I know who I am. So if I'm showing up in your life, as we kind of almost mentioned, like with your brother and the girl, like she just telling you how she wants to be treated by the way she treats you.
Right.
So if I'm dependable, if I'm loyal, if I'm protecting you, if I'm all these things to you, I definitely would like for you to be those things to me. consistently. Like I'm one of those people consistently I'm answering, consistently I'm responding, consistently I'm there, consistently. Like to me it just
Give and take.
Yeah.
Give and
And
take.
so I feel that's more so what it kind of comes from. Like I know without you even ever showing me first that you're not consistent, I'm gonna be consistent. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just, I don't even want to say it's always tick for attack, but it's like I just want you to treat me how I would treat you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I want you to be here for me like how I would be here for you. Or if how we kind of talked about another subject, it's not completely related to this, but like if I change my entire schedule to incorporate you in, I expect you to change your schedule to incorporate me in yours. You know what I'm saying? Everything has to go.
That's one thing that I get irritated about too, because it's like people be like, I'm busy, I got something to do. Sir, I got 10 jobs and 4 kids. Tired. Don't nobody care.
Got 2 phones.
I can exactly 2 phones. If I make it work and if I want to do this, I'm going to clear my schedule. I'm going to make it work for you. And you telling me all this crap? Cut it out.
So that's why I jump off the deep end, right? Yeah. Like you think about it, you like you don't do this or you don't show up because you don't want to. I don't think you're incapable of it or incompetent of understanding what I'm saying. I think you just don't want to do it. And if you didn't want to do it, then
just say it.
Don't waste my time.
Yes.
Why are you wasting my time?
So that's
at this point.
How I go so deep. It's that emotion is rooted and it's way past your actions. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. It's rooted. And until I can really just feel that like coolness with you or whatever, like it's just always going to be rooted. And so I learned that about myself. And I also am going to ask y'all the next question. Like now that you know like what really gets you out of character and makes you so upset, it kind of can control you. So what would you say is like something that you think is a strong suit of yours, a strong emotion that you have?
I would say that with me being real and being open about things, I'm always telling people how I feel. So I don't think I hold back a lot of things because I'm really good at communicating because that's just who I am. But I think another strong suit for me is my attitude. And like I don't go from a 0 to 100 real quick. It takes a lot for me to get upset. It takes a whole bunch. Like people have to do a whole bunch to me to where I'm like, I'm smack the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, did you, like, really? Like, this is where we went with this? This is where we're going? But it takes a lot. A lot of people don't have this. So a lot of people just jump off the bridge real quick. And it's like, I feel it. When I get upset. And I feel it coming on. And I be like, if it's something, or I'm in an environment where I know, okay, you got to calm down. You have to blah, say blah. You know what I'm saying? Just like, this morning.
She was like, oh, girl, is what she was about to say.
So somebody, I made a makeup appointment. Somebody canceled on me 30 minutes prior to my makeup appointment. She texted me, telling me this is, and I want to say, bitch, fuck you. I literally, this morning, I swear to God, I was
because we don't play about stuff like that.
I was calling Crystal this morning, like, I need to talk to somebody.
I was in the shower. I was like, this
I'm sitting on the side of the edge of the bed. Like,
I didn't even open the text, but when I went to my text, I saw, tell me why this bitch, I called her. I just called her. I didn't even know. I was like, I just saw, tell me why this bitch.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, I need some weed. I swear to God, I was so mad.
Oh my God, you made me sweat off my makeup.
I was so mad.
Oh my God.
But
you was over there sounding like deal big.
Right. That's about being in control of your emotions like a boss, because I swear to God, I want to send her the middle finger.
Yes.
I swear, oh God. And like you said, then she want to say, well, I'm going to refund your money. Then she going to send the little thing of her refund. Girl, I don't even care at this point. Like, why are you even texting me? Like, just leave me alone. Please.
Leave me alone.
What about you, Faren? Man, stupid. Unprofessional.
What about you, girl? I know I think highly of you, so what about you?
I'm not trying to say I know. You think
I do think because I was gonna say, so I think y'all strong, so and then I was like, I think highly of you. So I had to catch myself from answering the question I just asked you.
I'm gonna kind of piggyback off of her because I feel like that is my strong suit because
your attitude.
Yes, my attitude. I try to keep a positive. I'm very positive about a whole lot of things, and it takes me a lot. Like I might see things and I'm like, okay, I can get over that. And I'm like, what can we do to make this better? What can we? I try because I like positivity around me, so I try to stay positive about things. I did something on Mother's Day weekend. And I jumped out of a plane on Mother's Day weekend.
Like for real, you went bungee jumping? Yeah, I'm about to say that. Why you take me? I've been trying to go bungee jumping.
Well, okay.
Look at the friends. Why you ain't take me?
Well, there was a few people who was like, oh, I want to go bungee jumping. I've been wanting to do this in my 20s. And
Me too.
I'm
trying to do it before I turn 40.
I didn't know that. Sorry. I didn't know that about y'all.
In 10 years.
I know that about y'all. So
we'll go by ourselves.
Well, the people who said that they were going to do it, they just never did. So I was like, okay, I'm going to
But you know how they go. That's just like you want to go on a trip. 10 people gonna say they'll go. It's 2 people at the end of the trip.
So I just did it.
Yeah.
I lived in a moment.
Yeah.
But when I sent someone,
I'm jealous. Me too. I'm real low key jealous.
And they said, Faren, you cannot tell me that you can't do anything in life. You can just risk your life and jump out of a plane with somebody you don't know.
Yes.
And I took that as like, I can do it. You right.
Because you as powerful.
Yes.
And
I mean, I didn't even think about it that way. Like, I got up. got on that plane, jumped out that plane, like, with no, like, I'm ready to do this. And then when somebody told me that, I'm like, I could fucking conquer anything.
That's what it really is about. Like, it's not about, I want to do some crazy shit. It's about, I want to do something that a normal person would be scared, but you need to have courage.
Yes.
People don't be understanding that with a lot of decisions, especially when they're so, it's not even impulsive, but
courage is a big word.
Courage.
That's what you should put courage definition at the end of this episode. Because a lot of people don't even understand the dynamic about courage. That's how we say it in Luke.
I'm going to get you some courage.
You got some courage.
Courage. I'm trying to say it right. Courage. Gotta put my shoulders back.
So what are your strong suits?
I'm gonna almost piggy off of what you said, not trying to do that, but I was just like, oh, well, it's something strong about me. I think attitude. I think just having self-awareness is a good, strong suit of mine. It's like, even no matter if I feel like I'm tripping or I'm not tripping or whatever, like I've grown to just have this discipline to say, okay.
You got good vibration.
Yeah, I got good vibration. But because of my attitude, like you instantly will just be like, oh, she cool, whatever. Mm-hmm. Like I ain't know nothing. Yes,
you're very patient.
You think so? Mm-hmm. Really? Why you think that? Because I don't think that. But I need to hear it. I need to hear it.
So it's different. So she gets fed up when people irritate her about things.
Yeah.
But when I say patience, I say because she can take a problem and deal with it at ease.
Oh, yeah.
So with me, I would kind of have more anxiety when it comes to things, but I know how to get things done. But it's like, to me, I don't know, I guess just dealing with you, I feel like with me, you got more patience. I don't know about nobody else.
I think that's what I said, like self-assessment, self-awareness. Like you have to be aware of yourself. Mm-hmm. And once you become aware of yourself, emotions are like real, right? And everybody got emotions. Like it's not like, oh, you got emotions and everybody got emotions, and it's something that you can't avoid, but you need to be aware of yourself. And once you're aware of yourself, you can definitely get through situations better, easier, and all of that. Like I don't like going through stuff. Yeah. I don't like experiencing stuff. I don't like having to facilitate stuff in a panic or anything like that. But I've been through enough to know, like, relax. Get through it, and then once I get through it, I got two things that I do, and she's witnessed this. I'm either finna go off, I'm about to go off, and when I'm done going off, I'm about to go get shit done, or I'm gonna go get it done, and you're gonna be like, oh my God, it was so cool. No, now I gotta go off. Biggest thing is just making sure that I get it done, and honestly, sitting around pouting about what's wrong is not gonna get it done.
Not gonna resolve the issue.
That's not how we solve our problems. So,
nope.
So I've learned though, I have to get it out. Yes, and I be telling people around me, I be like, listen, I'm gonna be okay, but I have to let it out because I can not let it out and get it done, and I never really processed how I felt.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And it just builds up and builds up and builds up. So now I'll be like, nope.
That's kind of like a trauma.
No build up.
Yep. Nope.
You don't want to leave that.
All right, you guys, you got to have a conference call. So let me curse everybody out and let me get this done.
That's majorly true. Yeah,
I agree. Now you know what, I'm going to go back to what I was saying at the beginning. Now you know that emotion, right, the trauma that really gets you out of character as well. how do you think you could do better with just controlling it? Like, how can you get ahead of what's controlling you? In so many words. This is how we control our emotions like a boss.
So I learned a long time ago that I before E, intellect before emotion. So it's about being real in your own mind, and it's not about being a fairy tale. And recognizing and being self-aware of your surroundings, what's going on. With my sister, I know her situation. I know it's inevitable. It's nothing I can do about it. What I try to do is take myself outside of the situation and just look at it that way, you know, and have some type of really just compassion for the understanding that although it irritates me, I can only imagine what she's going through. And so then it's like with my mom, you know, having those conversations with her to let me know just her personality, her characteristics. My mom is just that person, you know what I'm saying? And that's one thing we were talking about the friendship. Sometimes you just have to accept people for who they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have had so many different things happen to them in their lives that they haven't gotten over, or they were never taught, or they don't even know how to deal with certain things.
Right.
That, you know, we take it personal. And sometimes it don't even got nothing to do with us at all. And so it's just about understanding, you know what I'm saying, having an open mind about things, and like I said, taking yourself outside of it and just really looking at what's going on and just being able to calm down. You got to count down from 10. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was this morning on this edge of the bed. Count down from 10. You know what I'm saying? You know, different people do different things to, you know what I'm saying, calm their spirit. Because that's what it's really about, calming your spirit and understanding, okay, is this worth it? Thinking, having intellectual thoughts with yourself before you actually react. Because for every action, there is a reaction. And some people want you to react. Some people are looking for you to react. Some people do things to you just so you can react. So sometimes, like from the wise words of Crystal Lee, some people are not even worth that time. They're not worth your energy. They're not worth any of that at all.
They're not.
They're not worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, why boggle myself down? Why I'm sitting here crying? Why I'm sitting here having a bad day when they going about their life? And I'm sitting here worried about something that I ain't even got to be worried about. So yeah, just taking yourself outside of it.
Okay.
She said it all.
She said a lot. I wanted to mention a couple of things off of what you said. So 2 things I learned. Well, I'm going to start with what you just said. Like, you know, people will definitely get you out of character and move on. And you sitting there all discombobulated. And you're all like, life messed up. It's been freaking 20 years and you still talking about what they did. So something that I learned about that particular area on how to just learn how to move on and let go is you've never seen no one, right? Let's say someone hurted you. Their life never stopped after they hurt you. Your life may have stopped. Whatever you got out of it, trauma, PTSD, whatever, but your life stopped. Your life changed. They done went on and became a pastor, got a family of 10, driving Lexus, and you sitting here like, you still sitting here talking shit about them as if they are that person they was 10 years ago.
It's a true story. Somebody became a pastor.
You are that person still. You know what I'm saying? So anytime you think about like, okay, trying to let go, how can I let go? Just understand that whoever hurt you, baby, their life is not gonna stop because they hurt you. So your life shouldn't stop either. You need to learn how to deal with it and let go and move on. And then secondly, I wanted to mention was something I learned with having just self-assessments and discipline is that it takes 90 seconds for an emotion to go through your body, right? A feeling, like anytime you feel something, once you practice understanding just that, you will become more in control, right? So it's whatever, something can happen in the very moment, and it's just like, you know, you have 90 seconds to just not entertain this. You know what I'm saying? Because once you start entertaining it,
that makes a lot of sense. I had
tables get flipped
2 weeks ago.
Chairs get flipped.
I had anxiety. I was like, I'm gonna call her, blah blah blah. And you ended up calling me back later that night. I was about to go to bed. I seen it. I was like, nope, I'm not gonna talk about it. It's over.
It's over now.
See?
Yeah.
I was like, you called me and I answered. I'm such a bad friend.
It's okay. You called me back.
Okay.
But I
was
didn't
like,
want to talk about it
I was like,
anymore
I don't know what
because
you're talking
I
about.
already been through it and it's over.
Yeah, and I'm big
And-
with that. Sometimes I like to just, I don't even want to talk about it so I can get through it.
Yeah.
But one thing I know, just to start off with that, I think where it stems from is self-love. I think when you love yourself, you're able to recognize all of those different emotions. You're able to take time and be like, no, I'm not even gonna do that. Or, yeah, I want to talk about it then, but I'm put it behind me now. I'm gonna let it go. And I think that's where it has to start. It has to start with your own spirit, your own energy, your self-love.
You owe it to
and
yourself.
and when you don't love yourself, you allow other people to take from you and pull from you and pull from your energy because you're craving or you're wanting somebody else to give you
Love.
and self-accomplishment and all at the same time. You just got to do it to yourself.
You gotta give it to
Just
yourself.
love on you.
Yeah, I agree 1,000,000,000%.
Yeah, it changes your mindset and it
Changes your
changes your
mindset.
energy.
Yes, it does.
So think about that. Ain't nobody mad but you.
Not at all.
So let it go.
Build yourself up, baby.
Go.
Control your emotions. Get ahead of it. 90 seconds. Get ahead of it.
Yes.
Even if you got to count back from 90.
Even if you gotta count
You got to
back.
close your eyes and just take yourself. Man.
I was going to
Sometimes you
mention.
got to.
I was going to mention for me. You see how I would check myself. I would say, listen, I know inconsistency is something I don't like, but I go here with it. So that's me acknowledging my reaction. And so with me, I'm trying to. I don't even want to. I don't know. Was it like label like what's this and what's that? It's like if you do something to me, you go in the same pot as the person that slapped my mama. Like it could be this small, and then you did something to me. You go in this pot too, and it's like that for you too. You know
You're
what I
like,
mean?
I don't even know your mom.
Right. Like, girl, that had nothing to do with me. So I'm learning that everything is not that serious. And it's okay to honor how you feel, but relax, you know what I'm saying? And kind of breathe, like it's probably not that serious. And so I learned how to address it, and I learned to just maybe I shouldn't address it at that very, very moment. So I could really feel, is this really a real issue? And sometimes I have to call and be like, hey, tell me if I'm tripping.
Right.
Is this really an issue? So yeah, I think we dropped a lot of gems, y'all.
Yeah,
We dropped a lot
definitely,
of gems
definitely.
about how to control your emotions, or just controlling your emotions, or try. Because once you control your emotions, you boss the hell up. I promise you. You're going to boss up. But you got to know what it is that controls you, and you got to know how to address it.
Be real with yourself. That's the first part. Being real with yourself and understanding exactly what she said.
Yep. What she said.
And I'm learning all these things.
Because a lot of people be
learning that.
faking with
Yeah.
themselves.
Yes.
A lot of people be really faking with themselves.
Yeah.
They be living it like,
Me.
no
Yeah.
offense, Chris.
I wasn't faking.
I don't think you
But
be
I
faking.
was faking.
Because just because you like the reality version or the fantasy version
I just want
of
to
the
live
situation.
a certain life.
And ain't nothing wrong with
And in that life, this is what it looks like. In that world, this is what it looks like. But it becomes faking with yourself when the complete difference is happening right before your eyes. And instead of accepting it, you create reasons to have it, just to have this life. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the faking becomes in it. It leads to unhappiness. Yeah, because you realize like, oh wait, my reality is shitty, and it's fake life is shitty. All this shit is shitty. Like I did all this for nothing. Crying face emoji. I did this for nothing. So yeah, true. Well, thank you guys for listening to another episode of the High Heels and Tea podcast. Drop in the comments, what do you feel is a strong suit of yours emotionally and not? And we always engage with y'all and interact with y'all. So we would like to just know and learn. And also, if you have your own gems about this topic, drop them in the comments as well. Thank you.